Ficelle. A narrative thread. Follow it to a place that feels like sunshine. Sounds like someone splashing about in water on a sunny day.
Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. Let me just say, I'm really excited to do this one, right? I'm really excited to do this one. I've been waiting like fucking 2 months to do this reading, right? And I made sure to do it in front of the camera. So we're going to be getting into this reading, right? This reading will be about Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. We're going to be finding out if these two ladies are carpet munching divas. That's what we're going to be looking into. We're going to see if they're munching on some carpets or if they're dealing with carpet burn. But we're going to find out what's happening with these two, right? Like if there's a romance, or if it was romance, and if they were intimate or not, right? We're going to see. This is going to be for you, and this is going to be for me. Hopefully everyone enjoys, and if you made it this far, definitely press the thumbs up. And if you would like to have a reading with me, how to go about that will be in the description box. So let me just get Cynthia Erivo's energy, right? Before I get Ariana and all that. Let's see. I'm excited to do this reading, but let me vibe and shit. Okay. So, dealing with some judgment, making plans, and communication. That's what we got so far, right? I'm not asking any questions. I'm just looking into the energy and seeing what's going on with them. Okay, and truth. So let me see. What is this judgment about? What is this judgment going? What is this judgment in Cynthia Erivo's life? What can we see? All right, face down. Effect. Oh, okay. This communication. There's a lot going on with communication. She's being judged. She feels like she's being judged with how she communicates. The Eight of Wands represent communication. It represent quick movement. It also represent communication. Also like the phone lines, the airways, and all of that. So she feels like she's being judged on how she communicate, how she present sort of just like her form of communication. She feels like there's judgment based off of that. Interesting. And what can we say about these plans that she's making? So this is actually fascinating because we know that people were talking shit about her. Okay, she wants better memories. This is all about her bettering her life. She wants a happy life. We know that the Six of Cups represent memories and kind of just like trying to build happiness. It can also represent romance and just like you enjoying where you're at. This is a good time for her, but she do want more. This is what I'm seeing here. Wanting to enjoy more. So I know we're not getting into the salacious shit just yet, but we're going to be getting into it. Let's just vibe with the energies. I won't rush this reading. So I'm going to be a bit slow to enjoy it, right? So what I see here is that she feels like she was being judged based on how she communicated, how she sort of just presented her form of sort of communication. She feels like she was definitely being judged and shit. But she's all about sort of just creating happy memories for the now, the present, and the future. What else can we see about this communication? What's going on with this communication? All right. So there is some sort of weirdness going on with, and I'm not just saying that, what I'm about to say. There's some weirdness going on with sexuality. This Page of Wands, if you look at my what reading was that for? Justin Bieber and his woman. You guys know what I say about this Page of Wands. So this isn't just me saying this to make it what it is. There is something going on though with intimacy, with sexuality, with sort of just not necessarily feeling comfortable. This Page of Wands not only could represent a peeping Tom, not only does it represent sort of just someone that kind of don't have control over what's happening in their pants, usually for a male, but this also represents uncomfortable sexual passions. Let me just say it that way. This represents uncomfortable sexual passions. What can we see about this truth? What's going on with this truth? Okay, she's saying just let me cook. She feels like just let me cook. It's just like, this is her truth. Let me cook. Stop worrying about if I'm a lesbian. Stop trying to compare me to this or that. Stop giving me your bullshit. Just let me cook. The magician is basically you alchemizing your resources, you using whatever you have to establish your life. She's saying, I'm living in my truth. Let me cook. You know what I mean? This is my truth. This is her. Like, the energies is really heavy. She's like, yo, this is my truth. Like, yeah, like, there is weirdness going on with her sexuality. There's an uncomfortable vibe. The card came out sideways. It's uncomfortable, right? This sort of like awkwardness as far as like people judging how she communicates, right? How she interacts with people. It makes her feel uncomfortable, the judgment. So there is something simmering, but we're not going to get into that just yet. But let me just say, she feels like I'm living my truth. Let me cook. Like, I'm not doing nothing crazy. Like, leave me alone. And I can actually respect that because it's true. It's kind of just like, it's no one's business what's going on. You know what I mean? The only reason why I'm doing is because these are public figures, you know? But on some real shit, like, I don't really even care about what's going on in people's lives. Like, I only do this shit for, like, the readings and shit, right? It's kind of just like, yeah. But I feel her. She's just like, yo, this is none of your business. Like, she's like, it's all these people trying to, like, enter into my business. She's like, yo, this is my shit. Stay out of it. So I can respect that. Now then, I think that's the first cough I had of the year as far as doing this tarot. Excuse me. Let me have some of my ghetto fucking orange high C. It's really sweet, very good, very ice cold, and I'm almost out. But let me have some of this. Give me 1 second. Good as fuck. Okay. Let me just get Ariana Grande's energy. All right, so let's see. What's going on with Ariana? What's going on? Before I start getting into my questions and shit. She would like more money. Let me just say that. She would like more money. So Ariana Grande's situation is, you know, I don't know what's going on, like, with her money situation. All I know is that she's not happy with it. She wants more money. She's like, yo, let me have more money. Not just that, you know how, like, everyone try to be like, oh, is this her acting delicate and all that? Is this an act or is it? No, that's actually who she is. She's actually a delicate person. I know, like, she made some really ratchet music about having sex and it's just annoying and shit. Like, I remember someone played one of her songs and shit, and she was saying that she wanna F until, I don't know, something or whatever she was saying. It was just like, what's this little bitch talking about? Like, she sounds stupid. Like, that's how I felt personally. But I know, like, some people love that music. That's not my shit, but I get it. But, like, you know, she's just doing her thing. Like, she's enjoying her life. There's a level of immaturity here. And I'm not just saying this for the sake of, it's funny. Sometimes, like, it sucks when I get it. Like, when the energies just, like, state the obvious. Sometimes it's just obvious. But it's kind of just like, it is what it is. Like, if you see this is a baby chick here. This isn't a fully grown chick. This represents, when I say chick, I don't mean woman. I mean, like, this is actual a chick. Like a, you know what I mean? Like a baby bird and shit. Like, this isn't a mature energy, right? This is kind of like an immature energy I'm getting. So that sort of delicate, immature energy is definitely legit for her. You know what I mean? Do she play on it? I don't know. I don't care. But what I'm seeing here is that is part of her dynamic. That's part of her. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just like wanting more money. She feels like the money isn't good. So she feels like she's being shortchanged. And this is actually sometimes legit with these celebrities. You know, everyone thinks that, you know, everyone's making money and shit until people start bitching about it years later and shit. Like Taraji P. Henson, when she was just saying that, like, oh, everyone thinks because I'm doing all these shows that I'm being paid well. But she's like, people don't know that I have to fucking pay the stylist, I have to pay the makeup person, I have to pay the hair person, and I'm pretty sure she have to pay for security and all the other stuff she wasn't mentioning. Then she's like, but the government's taking half of that already, like half of my money. Then it's like, so you get it. So it's kind of just like, I know that sometimes, I have to state this because sometimes people, want to give me a pushback. And so I'm just saying, like, I'm just reading the energies, right? It's not my opinion. It's just what I'm seeing. So I say that for what it is, because I know that probably seems crazy and shit. Like, I'm pretty sure back in the 80s or the 90s when TLC was doing their thing, when she was like, yo, those people, those three ladies, when they were like, yo, we weren't getting paid, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that would be shocking, like, at the time. Like, what do you mean you weren't getting paid? That's crazy. Like, you guys are hot shit at this time. What I'm seeing here is, and this isn't even just how she's feeling, she's not being paid legit. She needs to be paid more. She needs to be paid more. She's not happy about that. I'm getting someone that's kind of timid and weak at the same time as well. So it's kind of just like, Now this card, when it came out, it was weird. It wanted to come out right, then it wanted to come out upside down, and then it just ended up falling sideways. So let's see. What is it? The Star. Now, what can we see about this star? I'm not going to even put my input. What can we see about this star being sideways? What's going on with that? Okay, you see, that's why I didn't want to put my input, right? Because I was going to say she's not really happy with her star life, right? But I know how, like, people are and shit. That's why I pulled the fucking card and shit. So it's kind of just like, look at this. The Ten of Swords. She's not happy with this star existence. Let me just say that. Like, what's in her heart, because this represents past, present, kind of like what's in your heart, the spiritual ethers, and the future. Now, what I'm seeing here is that she's not really happy with this stardom. She's not happy with this stardom. She feels like it's a lot of burdens. Not just that, she feels like she was betrayed, right? So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but she's not really too happy about what's going on. She's not happy with being the star. She's like, I'm not happy with this stardom. It's full of pain and it's full of betrayals. But what I can see what's going to be coming up for her is the Wheel of Fortune. Is it a tangled mess? Most definitely. The Wheel of Fortune is a very positive card, right? But look at this particular Wheel of Fortune, because imagery means something. This is a messy Wheel of Fortune. So it's tangled with a lot. It's like a web, a very complicated web. So this is really deep, and I'm getting an energy of sadness. Do I want to get into it now? Yeah, what can we see about this sadness that's around Ariana Grande? What can we see? What's going on with this sadness? Yeah, she wants to chop things in her life that's not going well. She wants to move away. Okay. So, let me just say, like, this is when I made that prediction. Always remember this deck. When I made the prediction, Shawn Mendes didn't want to be with his girlfriend. And then literally, like, what was it, 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later? Like, literally, it was like 2 weeks later, they broke up. And everyone was like, oh my God, that's crazy. And then I did, like, another prediction where I was like, Shawn Mendes, like, he's tired and he doesn't, like, want to do what he's doing, like, as far as, like, I guess his music or whatever. Like, I was just seeing that he's tired and he needs, like, a rest and he needs a break. And literally a week later, it was like 6 days later or something crazy like that. And you can see the dates on those readings too, so you guys know I'm not making it up. It was like, he was like, okay, I'm canceling my tour because I need a break. And people were like, what the fuck, that's crazy. How did you know that? You must know him. I'm just like, no. So always remember this deck and shit, because it was saying that like he just wanted to sever his relationship basically with his chick. But anyway, I never forgot this deck. This is a beautiful deck, by the way, too. But what I'm saying with this strength, right? This strength represents a severing. It usually, in the energies, is relevant, right? It represents wanting to sever something that's not working in your life. That's relevant here. She wants to sever something, right? And it's like, okay, what does she want to sever? What is this guy looking at? Even though he's like cross-eyed and shit. But it's like, what is he looking at? He's looking at the Six of Wands. And what does the Six of Wands represent? The Six of Wands represents success, right? But this is a funny Six of Wands because this is her leaving. You got the rain, you have the melancholic background and shit, and she's leaving and shit. She's like, oh, I want to leave this shit. So why is success showing a woman leaving? Put 2 and 2 together, guys. This is fascinating. This stardom, this is bringing her, it's bringing her pain. I'm going to just say that much. It's bringing her some form of pain, right? This success doesn't look like a good success. Let me just say that. Does this look like a good success to you? No, it's a woman that wants to leave. This is like her energy. You know, it looks like a timid, sort of shy, looking over the shoulders. Almost like an energy of paranoia. I want to look into that. The energy's telling me stop to just flirt with the energies. Don't be so direct. With this, and for any like future tarot reader stuff, like if you ever want like advice, because I would never advise anyone that's like really doing their own thing, you know. But if anyone wanted advice, I would say just flirt with the energies. Don't always try to be so direct, because then you get pushed back, and then it, you know, you always want to be kind of more smooth. Sometimes when you feel it, like when you feel like, okay, I'm going to ask deeper questions, it's cool, right? But sometimes when you do too much of that, that's when it's not good, in my opinion. I like to flirt with it. It's more smooth that way. But look at this. The Chariot represents moving, right? But why does she feel like it's so hectic? Why does she feel like it's more complicated than what it is? Like, this is deep. This is deep. And there's something heavy going on in her energies. There's something heavy for sure, where she feels like she has to defend herself. But again, she doesn't feel like she's at her strength. And I remember how this card flew out too. It was like it wanted to come upright, then it wanted to come upside down, and then it just ended up coming out sideways. So it's kind of just like, what that's telling me is 1 minute she feels strong, 1 minute she can take over the world, right? And I remember, like, you know, even though I don't care for her music, you know, I thought it was just dumb. I remember she had a more strength to herself. And I know she got her eyes done to make her look more Asian, whatever. She's like fucking doing the fucking, what is that lady's name? She's doing the Selena Gomez thing. But it was kind of just like, before, she had a strength to her. And it was legit. It wasn't acting. She had a confidence to her. Now she feels like the energy that I'm feeling, she not only does she look it, but to me she feels that way. It's depleted. She's depleted. She's like a warrior that's been fighting, but she's depleted. She's tired, guys. So what I'm seeing here is that all that glitter isn't gold, right? All this fame, all that shit, it's not. It's more to that, you know, it's more to it than what's seen. Let me put it that way. It's more to it than what's seen. And so that's really deep. So that's what I'm seeing with their energies so far. And this was just tapping into their energies. I'm not even looking at the relationship and any of the intimate stuff yet. So let me just see now. What does Cynthia Erivo think of Ariana Grande? What do she think? Right, let's see. What does she think? What does Cynthia Erivo think of Ariana Grande? What can we see? Before I get to that, let me get the rest of the cards. She has passion. There's passion for sure. There's most definitely passion. But this situation with money, there's something going on with money. Cynthia Erivo knows that there's something going on with money. It's something that's not legit with money. And it's telling me a burden. She knows that Ariana Grande is dealing with a burden with money. So remember, guys, you heard it here first. So if anything come out in the future, you heard this shit here first. There's something going on with money that's stressing Ariana Grande. And this Cynthia Erivo, she understands that. It's definitely the men in fucking ties and suits and shit that's around Ariana Grande that's causing her some pain. It's telling me dilapidation. So something is going on that's causing a dilapidation with Ariana Grande's health and her being. So Cynthia, she feels a way about that. Not only that, her and Ariana Grande, they built sort of just like a nice bond together. Positive memories and shit, right? So what I'm seeing here is kind of just like a good bond, positive memories. So it's just like sharing, exchanging positive vibes. But there's a distance here. There's a distance. The world could represent Saturn. It could represent like vacationing. It's telling me a distance. There's a distance here. And if you look, it's funny because she's almost looking at her, but she's looking away. So there's a distance, and there's almost like a, how do I say it? It's almost like, I want to say transfer, but it's almost just like on to the next thing. That's what I'm getting. It's kind of like, yeah, the Cynthia Erivo chick, she has passion for Ariana Grande, but now there's a distance. I don't know, maybe they're trying to wrap up what's been going on with their little, their little tour, their press tour. What I'm seeing here is a distance, And this sunflower represent many things as well. But it's giving me sort of just like the sun almost setting now on this vibe. It's kind of like, okay, we have good memories, but there's a distance. You're dealing with the men in suits and shit. Here's my love for you with this sunflower. You know what I mean? Things are setting with us. I'm on to the next best thing. So that's what I'm getting thus far, right? Let me see. What does this Ariana Grande think of Cynthia Erivo? Okay. Okay. Oh, damn, something happened between them. Anything else come out? Nope. Okay. So it's interesting that we have the warrior here, right? Who's been protecting Ariana Grande, at least perception-wise, right? Who's been there? Who's been beside her? That's been basically the warrior. Because we've seen with Ariana Grande, when this came out for her, it was sideways. It was showing that, like, she's a weak warrior. Who's been the fucking bull dyke and shit, biting off people's heads and shit, saying, stay the fuck away. It was this Cynthia Erivo, right? So she's like, okay, this is my protector. This is my warrior. But like with the Cynthia Erivo thing, there's something going on with distance, with travel, a separation. A distance, a travel, a separation. Not just that, it's more going on than what's being seen. This choppy water. I'm getting this vibe of choppy water. This turbulence. It's some sort of turbulence going on. Not just that. When we speak of the two swords, it represents choices. It represents decisions, right? It also could represent you being stuck. They already almost would be separating if it was just like upright in a way. But the fact that it's in reverse, there's been a split. There's been a direct separation. So there's a direct separation. Not just that, there's some bitterness as far as Ariana feels. She's kind of just like, some sadness, crying, right? Kind of just like when you cry so much and your head feels stuffy. She's been crying, Not just that, she feels like she has to ride the beast alone. What is this beast? This beast of Hollywood. She feels like she has to ride this beast alone. So, I mean, for her, it almost just seems like a dependency vibe, right? I'm getting a vibe of dependency. It was kind of just like, it was cool for what it was for both of them. Now it's like, okay, time to split. You know what I mean? Not just that, it seems like Ariana is the one that's taking it hard. Not just that, shit went on with them. What can we see? What went on with the separation? What caused the separation? The King of Pentacles, burdens of business, right? The King of Pentacles relates to business, right? Look at all this burden. It's a lot going on to keep this operation going. It's too much going on. It's too much. There's a whole fucking behemoth around this Ariana Grande chick. So she's dealing with the behemoth of business. She feels like she has to do it alone. So it's not really a falling out because of like, you did something wrong. This is more to do with just life and business. It's telling me business. Life and business. Sorry for like the loud neighbors screaming. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, this is weird. Now I'm going to be looking as far as like the lesbian stuff, right? What can we see about the intimacy? What can we see about that? What can we see about the intimacy now? Was there carpet munching or was there no carpet munching? What can we see? What can we... Oh, there was passion. Almost definitely, guys. Come on now. The Two of Wands. That's an exchange of passion. And it'd be different too if it's the exchange of cups, because it'll be more romantic. But this is actual, like, you know, like if it's like two gay guys, where they say like sword crossing and shit. These people were crossing swords. So I'm seeing intimacy here, most definitely. What else can we see? The next card relates to a foundation. What can we see? What is going on? Daughter of Cups. Again, more of this dependency vibe. Someone not necessarily being mature. What else can we see before I get to the next shot? What can we see about this dependency vibe? Why am I getting this dependency with this Daughter of Cups? Immature, like someone that's depending on someone is what I'm seeing. What can I see? Juggling, the Magician. I mean, this is almost a beautiful energy, because I'm getting, this is Ariana Grande's vibe. It's almost just like this interaction was helping to build her up. It made her feel strong because she's juggling a lot. She's going through a transformation in her life right now. So, you know, she's not only just getting plastic surgery to look Asian and shit. She's actually going through a legit transformation. She's transforming into something else. This sort of bond, it was her power. It gave her strength. You know what I mean? Now it's like she's looking back at it like, well, how am I supposed to continue without this strength? And it's deep because I know that everyone was trying to make it seem like, oh, it's just for the press tour. They're just like, you know, like cheesing it up for the press tour. It's not literally legit. But what is this showing, guys? It's showing that someone that's looking back at the passion. Now, what else can we see about this carpet munching? Is cards up right? Yes. I wanted to make sure. A deep sadness here. So, I mean, I don't know. This Ariana Grande vibe that I'm getting, it's a real deep sadness. It's a deep sadness from people taking advantage of her money, from her feeling like she doesn't have sort of like the strength to continue, that Cynthia Erivo was her power. I don't know why I'm saying it that way, that Cynthia Erivo was her power. Not just that, this justice. Before I get into that, what can we see about this justice? What can people see about it? So let's see. The Star. So, I mean, the Star, I have to be real with you guys, right? Now, when we speak of the Star, oh, and there's another card here, the Knight of Wands. Okay, before I get into that. Now, when we speak of things like the Star, right, it's supposed to represent a good, positive energy. But what I'm getting here is she wants justice for what's going on with this stardom. She feels like something happened to her. I don't know if she crossed a Harvey Weinstein, a type of Harvey Weinstein in the industry. There's something dualistic going on here. There's something going on here. This justice, this want and desire for justice, this sort of melancholic energy where it's supposed to be happy, there's something missing, there's something empty. I can feel it. It's kind of just like I feel a void within my heart and my chest. And it's not me, it's her vibe. It's kind of just like a void. There's something going on here, right? Not just that, there's some frustration here, some major hate, major frustration. And it doesn't really even have to do with Cynthia Erivo. She's going through things. This Ariana Grande, she's going through things. And I know that some people might say, is this karma for what she did? I don't know. We're going to probably say that for another reading. But it's sad because I wanted it to be just more funny and upbeat. But coming to the, like, sitting down here and actually, like, going through with this reading, it's showing me that Ariana Grande is going through some shit, guys. She's going through some shit. What can the universe advise her? Can the universe advise her for something? Like, or advise something? Like, she needs some help. What can the universe advise for Ariana Grande? She has to walk away. She's surrounded by darkness. It's telling me she's surrounded by darkness. She needs to walk away. You know, this Eight of Cups representing walking away. She needs to leave. Because this darkness just keeps growing. There's a darkness around her. So I would say, like, I don't know. Obviously, she ain't going to see this. But I would just say, like, if I knew her, like, there's a darkness around you. There's a major darkness. And it's destroying her happiness. Cups represent vitality. Her vitality is being crushed. What else can we see? What can the universe advise her? Because it's just like... Alright, what else can we see? The stardom. It's because of the stardom, guys. That's why the star keeps popping up. It's hurting her. It's hurting her. It's taking a toll on her body. You know, there's things to this. From the plastic surgery, from the weight loss. You see how it's even like in the eyes and shit? She changed her eyes. That ain't makeup. This Hollywood, this stardom, it's harming her. You know, a buffalo is strong. She was a buffalo before. She was strong. And it's so funny because if I wasn't going to get a bull, like I was going to get a buffalo. Because I love the strength of both of them. But I love the symbology of the bull more. But the buffalo was like the next best thing, right? This isn't a strong energy. This is a weak energy. This 10 of Swords, like, she's going through some real adversity, guys. This is actually really sad. It's saying that she's going through some real adversity because of this Hollywood shit. It's taking a toll on her body. And you're seeing it when you look at her. That's why when you look at her, she's so skittish. She's so off. There's something, and I don't like to just say things just for the sake of it. There's something really satanic going on some real shit. And it's actually really sad. It's very sad. This thing, it comes with a price sometimes. And it's sad that shit's happening. It's because of her works. It's because of her works. She wanted to have that up and shit. She wanted that come up. She wanted that stratospheric sort of like celebrity, right? But it came with a price. It came with a price. And the energies, it's not even really giving her too much advice. It's just like what you surround yourself with. It's not good. It's telling her walk away, but she can't even walk away now. That's the legit part. You know, it's only like so much you can do. It's like, let's say if you sign your soul literally to the devil, right? And then you start going through some shit and you're like, universe, what can I do now? It's kind of just like, walk away, but you can't really because the imposing darkness that's around you. Not just that, you know, Hollywood, not just that, they're changing you and they're really fucking you up from the inside out and shit and the outside out. Like, she's dealing with a lot from inside, within her. Not just that, just the outer. Like, she's going through a lot, guys. And why? She wanted that come up. So it's kind of just like, you know, you make deals with the devil, you know, when he wants his payment. I mean, he wants his payment. That's what I'm seeing. So this is actually really sad. This is really sad. Yeah, guys, definitely tell me what you thought about this reading, but shit got real. Peace and abundance and take care, guys.